This is Jeff Erdman, E.D.S. Inc. Shandon. We want to welcome you here to this video. This week's video is basically the completion of our loft. Last video you got to see us move in the G and E shaper and start to put in I-beams for our new loft. So this is basically taking up from there and how I completed the loft area and the move-in of equipment up to this loft. So as you can see, we've got the plywood flooring in. You're going to see us take up to this point and a little bit further because we're going to haul in some steel, put down steel on the flooring, and then we're going to start moving equipment up here. So that's what our video is this week. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and we ask that you might subscribe if you'd like to. If you like the content, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. You can leave comments. We'll try to answer them for you. Thanks much. Thanks for joining E.D.S. Inc. Shandon. One of the biggest problems that I have is that I have astigmatism, and so I have a really hard time following a straight line. My eyes see the line going this way and this way, and so that's kind of what I do with my welding. You can see this, I got way out of line here, but so that's why I have to stop and check myself every once in a while to make sure I'm on the line and not off someplace else. I'm going to fill this little part in. the upper deck now, where we're going to be putting our floor, I guess you could call them floor trusses. I've just completed the first one. It takes me about a little bit better than an hour to do each one, and there's a total of 11. Hopefully I'll get a little bit faster as I get going and learn some techniques that will help me to move a little bit quicker with it. But we want to test this out and see if these things fit with the layout that I've got. So we're going to go ahead and pull up the one that I welded, and we're going to see if we can't get that where it belongs on this on the I-beams. Well, we goofed up a little bit. Because I'm about a ½ inch over here. I should have this a ½ inch this way. You know, I probably should have tested this out before, once I tack welded it, instead of welding it all the way full and then putting it up here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that part off a ½ inch rather than rework this, and I think we'll be just fine. It's not what I wanted, but I'll fix it on the next one. So, but all in all, that'll work just fine. But as I said, we're going to need to have across here, there's 10 more of them. And so that's like 10 hours work for me on welding. If I stay at it the same speed I have gone at it so far. Of course, I've had a lot of interruptions. I've had about 4 or 5 phone calls and having to take care of little issues, but still. I'll go ahead and bring you back once I get this fitted. Okay, so we've trimmed this side so it'll set in nice and tight. So now we're going to try to put this floor joist in. Let's see if I can do this without killing myself. In there, just the way it should fit perfectly. Okay, good. And then what we'll do is we'll just screw these into the I-beams here, and that'll be braced, and then we'll be able to lay our 1 1/8 inch plywood flooring in here once we get all these trusses done. So let's go back and we'll begin our truss building again. Now that we know that they work, I know what to adjust it to, we can go from there. So we're going to screw down our first floor truss. We've got it set at 48 inches from the back, and we're going to work this way on 16-inch centers the best we can. And so I'm going to first put this down. I'm pretty sure this is one that I got set. Check, just double check or just make sure I got this in the right location. Yep. So what we'll do is we'll drill down into this and into just one ear of the I-beam, countersink this top, and then set our screw. So hopefully I've got the right drill size. So the next thing that I'm going to do before I go home tonight, I'm going to go ahead and pull a piece of this plywood and lay it down here on the next section, and then we'll measure over from that. That way I have a platform to work from, less likely to drop my tools, that sort of thing. A little bit safer too. So now if you see these labels, those labels go down, the other side goes up. So we have to flip this one. So trying to think of how I want to do this. I'm probably going to pull it off, drop it down, swing it around, and this is a 1 1/8 inch wood plywood. Real wood. It's not the OSB stuff. Okay, very good. And the floor is done. Just like that, we're complete with this. Now I can put a couple of screws here and there, keep her down. And so she doesn't move when I put my tools on it, slide them around. And we're basically ready to put some machinery up here. Well, that's exciting. Now here we go. We've got our oven up on the loft. I'm not sure how much I caught on the video. My battery died, and so we may have lost a picture. We'll see. Zach will figure that out. This is a dispatch oven, and it can take me up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And the oven that the GoPro is sitting on, the camera that I'm filming this with, that it can go up to 3,200 degrees. So I can actually melt aluminum in that thing if I wanted to easily. But that's also for tempering or not heat treating steel. I can easily heat treat steel on that oven and then temper it in here. So I'll have two ovens side by side and be able to do that. Now, will I keep this or not? I'm not sure yet. Just as I was putting it up here, somebody made an offer on this. So we'll see if they come back with an offer that I feel is worth it, then we'll sell this and I'll get a smaller unit. Because that was one of the big problems with this, why I wanted to sell it, was its size. But up here, it's going to be not in my way. The only thing I'm going to have to do is figure out some way of venting this and venting the gases out of here. We've got some outlets up in the ceiling here, and we'll have to figure out how to do that. But other than that, this would be a good spot for it. So that's our dispatch oven. Well, we've got our upper deck built and already filled. We've got our drill press back in the back corner here, our Famco press there. This is our Gorton etcher. We'll be using that. I have to restore it first. It's got a pretty rusty bed on it, but we're gonna do a restoration of that, clean her all up and make her look pretty, and then use her actually for doing some work in our names and that sort of thing, just for the fun of it. So over here, this is our oven that this can go up to, I think it's 3,600 or something like that, 3,700 and Fahrenheit. And then over here, this is our dispatch oven. that can go up to about 500 for tempering and that sort of thing. We're also going to use this for doing our powder coating. So this is Jeff Erdman, E.D.S. Inc. Shandon, and this is our episode. Getting this loft done, getting the machines and tools up here that we have. It's a small space, but we crammed it full. And so we're hoping that this will be a nice usable space, helping us to have more space down below to work down in the machine shop. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't. If you want to comment, go ahead. We appreciate all of your comments. And if you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and do that as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.